From Castle Rexworth and the Rexworth Estates, I bid you all good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and whenever you are. My name is Rexworth, Lord Rexworth. I'm joined once again by Zoe the Demon Fox. Zoe, hello, how are you?
Hello. I am sleepy, but this is nothing new.
Yes, one of those, definitely got the lazy Sunday vibes going for the both of us. But we will continue on with Steins Gate Elite, a live VA performance, and hopefully make some sort of significant dent in the storyline. It seems like we've been stuck in prologue at chapter 1 for since God talked to Moses, practically.
Which is funny because we just cleared chapter 4 last time.
Yeah, so I guess everything's going slowly then suddenly. So,
well,
anyway.
Since it copies the anime, we're going to be bored for like probably 6 more streams and suddenly everything's going to happen all at once.
Well, we will soldier on, and we appreciate all of you taking time out of your Sunday to spend with the two of us. It's good practice for the both of us for voice acting, and we know that all of you are enjoying this as well. A couple of housekeeping notes here. All links available at the website lordrexworth.com. lordrexworth.com. Do make sure you're following me over on Twitter. twitter.com/lordrexworth. twitter.com/lordrexworth. Also, let me post a link in the Twitch chat for the Castle Rexworth Discord. Join that if you're age 18 and over. Keep in touch with the nobles and myself whenever we're not streaming. Let's see. Pinned to the top of chat. I am trying to get the Kick channel monetized. We're not too far off now. The goals are 75 followers, plus streaming a certain amount of time on Kick, which I know we're going to be able to meet that anyway. Yeah, if we do that, I've got a link here. Chat, I've got a link. Rosso was kind enough to send it over to me. For some 7.1 million Scoville units hot sauce extract that I'm going to put on some chicken nuggies and eat those live on stream. Rosso will be joining me for that, along with Action Bastard, and probably even be able to rope in Lordelight Shao for that as well. So, you want to see me and 3 other people suffer on stream whilst doing some other things. I think I promised I'd do karaoke and play video games, and I might even do it all at the same time. Then please do click that link there in chat. kick.com/Lord Rexworth. kick.com/Lord Rexworth. And then let me post a few more things. Hello, I'm back. Fell asleep. Apologize for the inconvenience. No inconvenience here, Nox. It's perfectly fine. It's Sunday, you know. It's a day of rest. We totally get it. By the way, thank you for redeeming first. Yes. There's the coffee link. My custom voice comms are open, should you like to commission me and have some clips of your favorite sexy anime husbando saying sweet things to you, or, you know, whatever you want me to say to you, within reason, of course. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, and if you happen to feel generous, you know, Christmas coming up and everything, there's the throne page. So anyway, Zoe is tagged on everything really, but especially on the Twitter side of stream, also the YouTube and the Twitch side. Please make sure that you are following Zoe the Demon Fox. Zoe, do you have anything that you want to plug before we get into it?
Nah.
All right then. Anyways, go follow Zoe. She's a fantastic streamer. Lots of fun times. We all sort of collab with each other on occasion on, you know, various games. Most of the time we end up doing, I think, military style of shooting games, mainly because I think it's Razor who ends up who ends up corralling all of us. So
I
anyway,
think the last time we actually played something that wasn't reading was Company of Heroes.
I think you're right. Yeah. And I struggled to get out of the way of everybody else who was blocking the caravan, I remember. I have something to say. Spider-Man. Okay. You have said...
pictures of Spider-Man!
You have said Spider-Man, Nox. Well done. You did it.
Thank you for stretching hydrate, Cassie. Time to snap my back over my chair.
I think I briefly heard that crack just now. I thought it was you opening up your water bottle or something.
That was the plastic straw in my tumbler.
Ah, okay. Oh, Nox, well done. You have accumulated enough nobility points that you have claimed a live redeem. So here you go. Udda.
Don't you fucking gaslight me, Cassie. You redeemed Big Booba and then had me stretch.
Oh, is that why you took your jacket off?
Yes.
Oh, I
It's
see.
easier to see.
I see. Okay.
I'm
Well.
sure you do.
You ask for Big Booba, Chad. You got Big Booba. And now you just look like you're kind of leaning your head on my shoulder. You know, not that I'm complaining or anything. Anyways, I'm playing Spider-Man. Oh, lovely. Okay, thank you for sharing that, Nox. Anyway, shall we,
Get
shall we
underway.
get... Yes, let us get under the way. I do need to pop this out. Hang on.
We will show chat that we are not anal retentive bastards.
Yes! Anal retentive bastards strike again.
I should
Oh.
form a band and call them the anal retentive bastards.
Alright, switching over here to this window, and... Let's see, we always have to select the null window. Okay.
I did choose that order, Cassie, and I'll do it again. You can't stop me.
Alright. Here we are. Rooftop. A full moon. Romantic scene. As Gambara said in Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, on a night like this, you should talk about love. Right. Picking up where we left off. Are you ready? You're not going home?
I'm gonna point you off a cliff in a second, Cassie.
She usually doesn't stay this late. If she doesn't go home sooner, parents might get worried.
I was thinking about what Upgren and Christian were talking about earlier.
Oh, thinking. That's dangerous.
For her, anyway.
I was trying to figure out what the things you said meant, but it was all so complicated. I didn't get any of it.
Pat.
The only thing I get is that something amazing is gonna happen.
The heat death of
Indeed.
the universe.
Indeed. The world's about to change, and we shall be the ones to lead humanity into the future.
You're shining, Upgren.
Shining? What does that mean?
You're shining. Christian too. Like two bright stars in the sky.
That must be my order of madness you're sensing.
You know, it's been 10 days since Christian joined us. Can I tell you how I've been feeling? Since Chris Chan became a lab mem, it feels like things have really started to happen. Like we're a real lab now, you know?
I feel the same. I must admit, our knowledge has been a great asset. Of course, the girl genius would never have joined us if not for the cunning of Ho'oi and Kyoma.
That's why you're shining so bright now, Okin. Christian is really a big help to you. I know. But I can't do anything to help. I wish I were smart too. Then maybe I could help.
Mayuri. She's never expressed such sentiments before. Is she jealous of Kurisu's talents?
Back when the lab just started, before Daru-kun joined, it was like this a lot, wasn't it? All quiet, just the two of us.
Yeah, there was. Daru joined the lab in early May. Before that, he was unwilling to join no matter how I tried to convince him. Then he learned that the lab was just 3 minutes away from May Queen plus Nyan squared, and suddenly he was all, Future Gadget Lab, hell yeah!
God damn, the maid cafe is right around the corner, I guess.
Convenient.
Can Mayushi stay here? Is it really okay?
Don't be ridiculous. All you need to do is stay.
Just stay?
Without you, the lab would be a much less friendly place. You see how Kurisu and I argue. We can be pretty stubborn. Sometimes we don't know when to stop. But when it starts to get out of hand, Mayuri, you're always there with some ditzy, irrelevant comment to break the tension.
Are you praising me?
Backhandedly, perhaps. Of course I am. Don't worry about a thing. Just know that you two are part of my plan.
Okay. Thanks, Ukin.
Done and dusted. The next day, Mayuri and I go shopping for parts in the late afternoon. Naturally, I'm paying for everything out of my own pocket.
Where do you get this money?
Probably his rich parents or something. Kurisu and Deru have already started work on the upgrade. Encoding nerve impulses in the temporal lobe. Apparently, the conversion of memories into digital data requires software developed at Kurisu's lab in America. She can download the software from their dedicated server. Well, that's not the only thing we need. There's also some kind of brain-scanning headgear that we're going to have to make ourselves. Incidentally, I'll have to pay extra close attention to make sure Mayuri doesn't wander off while we're shopping. I am begging you, stick with me. If you get lost in this labyrinth of technology, you'll never escape. Not with your sense of direction.
You know, noseless Mayuri is not the cursed image I thought I'd be seeing today.
Oh yeah, bloody hell, her nose is missing. Got painted over.
This is why anime doesn't function like a visual novel, because you can get cursed stills like this.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, I'll be careful.
She gives me her word, but it means very little. She keeps losing track of me, forcing me to scour the shops for her. After repeating the song and dance multiple times, we finally gather all the parts we need.
Have a good day at work, Cassie. Pet the kitties. By the way, how is time leaping different from time travel?
Time travel means your whole body travels through time. The time leap will only send your memories to the past. It's simple. Just memories. No personality or consciousness included. Now that I think of it, Karisu did mention that there was no way to be sure what might happen to your consciousness.
Oh. Does that mean you can do things with time leaps that you can't do with emails?
D-mails can only send instructions to the past. The past may change or it may not. The results are unpredictable, and they depend on the recipient. And when the past does change, the world line is reconfigured. Everyone loses their old memories. I am the exception thanks to reading Steiner. With a time leap, on the other hand, you can give your past self not just instructions, but all of the memories you have right now. Or at least that's the idea. We won't know for sure if it works until the machine is built.
So I could send the costume making back to next week? I would love to have another week to prepare for Kamima.
That might be possible with time travel, but not with time leaping. Now, say you had a test last week. Now that you know the answers, you could send that knowledge to yourself and ace the test. But you couldn't go back and hand yourself a cheat sheet.
So Mayushi's mind goes into Mayushi 1 week ago?
Exactly.
You can't bring stuff, but you can bring your memories. I get it. But then what about Mayushi 1 week ago? Where do her memories go?
I assume they get overwritten. We haven't tested it though, so there's no way to be sure.
She disappears?
Well, your memories right now include your memories from back then, so even if she does disappear, you don't really lose anything. No, I guess you could say you're just adding your memories from 1 week in the future.
Then if Mayushi's memories leap into the Mayushi 1 week ago, what happens to Mayushi now?
Now, Yuri's asking some pretty philosophical questions today.
Mayushi's memories jump to the past, but my body's still here, right? What happens to me when my memories go bye-bye?
You become an empty shell. No, that can't be right. That would make sense. My assistant's device merely records your memory data. In other words, it's just a backup. Your original memories are still inside you. Nothing inside the brain is lost.
Except for the two brain cells fighting over who will be victorious.
You don't become an empty shell. Besides, neither personality nor consciousness is transferred to begin with. Your body shouldn't become an empty shell, and your consciousness shouldn't leap either. No, wait, there's another issue here. Actually, won't you become a new Mayuri? One who received memories from the future 1 week ago? Not that anybody, including me, would be able to tell the difference.
Then does Mayushi who had the normal memories before the time leap get erased by the Mayushi who repeated the week with extra memories?
This is getting complicated. That's right. She's erased. In other words, you relive the week. You can do things the same or you can do something completely different. And you'll keep your old memories of the week that disappeared.
Then, does that mean... So I redo the week, okay. But what if I decide to go to Ikebukuro with my friends instead of coming to the lab today? What happened to the Mayushi talking with Okran now?
The present would change to match the past, and this conversation would never happen.
Oh. And you wouldn't notice the difference, Okran?
Right. No one would notice.
What is with Mayuri today?
That would be kinda sad.
For who? Me?
No, for Mayushi.
I don't get what she means.
Maybe that's why Chris Chan doesn't want to change the past. Oh, I just thought of something. Can you time leap into the future?
Maybe, but there wouldn't be a point. Kurisu and I reached that conclusion yesterday. The memories you send overwrite the memories at your destination. If you sent your memories 1 week into the future, then the future you would lose 1 week of memories. The whole point of our time leap machine is to affect past events. We don't need to worry about the future. Maybe you do, though. Besides, you're less likely to reach the future than you are the past.
He's a 40-year-old, 19-year-old. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Think of the hydrate sin.
That's because the future is inherently unpredictable. For example, do you think you'll have the same phone number for all eternity?
Yes.
How should I know?
Exactly my point. And remember, pages became obsolete with the advent of cell phones. Similarly, our phones may be replaced by some other device in the future. In order for the time leap to succeed, the target you must have a phone whose number you know. As long as that condition is met, there should never be a problem with setting the destination. The real problem is what inside the phone wave, name subject to change, is acting as the lifter. Until we figure that out, we can't reproduce the discharge phenomenon at will. The phone wave, name subject to change, will remain incomplete. On the other hand, if we can figure it out, we'll have an endless source of electrons that, unlike CERN's, needs no tuning. The phone wave, name subject to change, is evolving by the day. Our invention of the time leap machine will put us light years ahead of CERN. Time travel will finally become a reality. I can't wait to try it out. My soul yearns for the taste of chaos. Come to think of it, more than 1 week has passed since we sent the first D-mail, and although there was that strange threatening email, there remains no sign of men in black coming to haul us away. According to Deru, CERN hasn't discovered our hacking either.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
Yeah, not that they know of. The next problem is what will happen when we use the time leap machine. In order to compress a human's entire wealth of memory into the requisite 36 bytes, we have to borrow the LHC's black hole. I can't believe that CERN won't notice an unauthorized activation of the LHC. How do we keep them from finding us? We need a plan.
Oh, I guess I can't go back to grade school. Grade school? Fuck. I guess I can't go back to grade school, can I? I didn't have a phone back then.
You want to go back to your elementary school days? I know exactly how you feel. If you repeat elementary school with the knowledge you have now, you'll get top grades and have an easy time bending children to your will.
Often things that sound worse without context.
Yes.
Yeah, and I thought maybe I could see Grandma again.
I see. I'm afraid that's not possible. Mayuri's grandmother passed away when Mayuri was in elementary school.
Yeah, it's too bad, but I guess I don't really need to see her. I still remember her words, her smile, and her wrinkly hand patting my head. So even if I don't see her again, I'm okay. What I really want to see is little Okarun again, hehe.
Back then I was already a scientist without equal, a titan towering above the other children. You can hardly be blamed for desiring to meet the child prodigy who would one day be feared as the great mad scientist Ho'oin Kyoma.
I don't want to meet Halloween, what's-his-face, I want to meet Okarun.
I am Ho'oin Kyoma. Always have been, always will be. Anyway, there's no point. You haven't matured at all since that time, so nothing would change if you went back to elementary school anyway.
Hey, that's not true. Mayushi's all grown up now.
Are you though? Are you really? The only thing that's grown is how much you eat.
Damn.
That's not true. Mayushi's a real woman now. Besides, I think Okarun's the one who hasn't changed since then.
Isn't that what I said? I was already a genius mad scientist when you met me. By the way, Mayuri, have you not been working recently?
Working? You mean at Lemoyne?
Of course. May Queen and Nyan's... How the fuck do you even pronounce that? Is it May Queen plus Nyan squared? We're going with
I'm
that.
pretty sure in the anime they just say May Queen because that is also confusing to the voice actors.
Yeah, you know, we'll go with that. Of course. May Queen doesn't exist in the current wholesome Akiba.
Kamima's coming up, so I'm taking a few days off. I've got costumes to make.
How many costumes are you making this year?
All of them. 3. One for Kade-chan, one for Fubuki-chan, and then there's one for Luka-chan.
I wonder if Lukaku is still refusing to wear it. No, wait. That was before we sent the email. Now Lukaku's a girl, I guess. Confusing.
Ah, it's Mocha-san.
What? The intensity of her expression makes me hesitate to call out to her. She'll probably just ignore me like before. That shining finger is hard to handle. On the other hand, she is a lab mem. Can't just ignore her. Oi, finger. Why a long face, eh?
Through. Mocha-san, what are you doing here?
On a public road.
Ugh.
Oi, you listening? If you have a problem, the insane mad scientist Hoin Kyoma will gladly assist. But be warned, by the time I'm through, Akiba will be an ocean of blood. Come on, girl, say something. What is it? What's wrong? She doesn't speak. That much hasn't changed. Guess I should be ready for a mail.
What happened to the time machine?
What do you mean, what happened?
Are you still using it? Did you figure out how it works?
We don't fully understand it yet. We're in the middle of upgrading it.
It's amazing. This time we might even be able to time leap. What's a time leap? Tell me more.
Don't write anything about it, otherwise we'll have to expel you from the lab. Guess you won't write an article. Our hacking of CERN has uncovered a new possibility for the phone wave, name subject to change. It's a form of time travel made possible by borrowing CERN's equipment. This discovery will begin a new age of human civilization. No longer will men be slaves to time. Any future you desire can be yours. And history will record that we, the Future Gadget Laboratory, changed the world forever.
Okran, that was really confusing. You lost Mayushi.
Don't worry about it, girl. Don't worry about it. How can you not be moved by my speech? I'm talking about becoming legends here. Maika bites her lip and types out a mail in irritation.
What's a time leap?
The time leap is a way to send your memories to the past. We found a way to make that possible. Soon we will complete the machine and become the undisputed lords of time.
Okran came up with the idea and Christian told us how to do it. Darakun's helping and Mayushi and Okran are shopping. Are you okay, Moka-san? Do you feel sick? That's amazing. You've made a real breakthrough. Congratulations. When will it be finished?
I can't be sure. There are several problems still remaining. If they don't give us too much trouble, I guess we'll have it done in a week. On the other hand, we can't do anything until they're solved. Everything is the choice of Stein's Gate. I have faith that exists a path to success. And once the door is opened, the chaos for which I have so long shall at last descend upon the earth. Trumpets will sound from the highest heaven, and the final battle, Ragnarok, will begin.
Are you fighting Okran?
The organization, of course. Their rule must end once and for all.
Wow. Don't do anything dangerous, okay?
Why does Mayuri insist on worrying about me?
Hehe.
Oh.
I guess I was her laughing. He.
Okay, that's creepy when you do it like that.
What do you think is wrong with Mocha-san?
She's a robot.
I've known she was kind of strange ever since I met her, but this...
My concern grows.
Wait, is that her line or is that mine?
I need to check.
Oh, okay. No,
Oh God, what did I do?
that was mine. That was... Yeah, that was me. That was my line.
What? Now Ukern's acting weird. Maybe she's worried.
Kurisu mumbles something.
What have I done? Let me play the game! What the fuck is going on? There we go.
The Committee of 300 or whatever was totally made up by whack-job conspiracy nuts. Even if someone could prove they exist, the idea that 300 people could somehow control the world is chuny bullshit. Get real. When I returned...
Whoops.
When I returned to the lab with my spoils of war, something surprising, though not too surprising, come to think of it, catches my eye. As soon as she notices I've returned, she quickly closes the window on the screen.
Hey!
What were you looking at just now, hmm? Okay, that's cute. She's blushing. Already know the answer, of course. Caught a glimpse of the screen before she closed it.
I was doing research.
Looks like she plans to continue this charade.
Got a problem?
So tsundere.
Hey, what's with that this is awful raffle laughter? What the fuck?
Have no fear, Christina. Or should I call you @Channeler Chris?
Don't call me that.
She's a Redditor.
I already knew. That's right. I realized long ago that you were an @Channeler. You can't hide it from me. You reek of @Channel corruption.
How rude. I make sure to apply light perfume every day.
That doesn't help, dear. Fool. That's not what I meant. I'm talking about the scent of your soul.
My soul? What's that supposed to mean? Explain.
Why? So you can learn how to hide it?
Shut up. Just explain already.
There's nothing to explain. You use @Channel memes in conversation. It would be stupid not to notice.
Feels bad, man.
That's an @Channel meme too.
I know I'm gonna title this VOD.
Your soul is tainted with the essence of @Channel. You cannot hide it. Not in such close proximity to another who uses @Channel memes in actual conversation. Your souls resonate.
That's it. It's all Hashda's fault.
But it's cute how you try to hide it. @Channeler Chris.
Don't call me that.
If looks could kill. But I don't understand. You were raised in America, so how are you so familiar with that channel?
You can browse at channel from America. Need I say more?
I think what he means would be almost like an American trying to use 2chan or something like that. Ah, I get it. Living in an English-only environment made you hungry for Japanese. But did you really have to resort to @channel? I mean, if you believe the pseudo-intellectuals in the media, browsing @channel is like reading scribbles on the bathroom wall.
Sure, it's not the friendliest place, but I couldn't find anywhere that felt more Japanese. Anyway, can I ask a favor?
What is it? Karisu mumbles something. But her voice is so low I can't make it out. If you have something to say, dear, say it.
Don't tell anyone else about this.
Oh, what difference does it make? Dedo's the most hardcore @channeler who ever lived, and Mayuri's an otaku too. Even I browse @channel regularly. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Just boldly write hobbies, browsing @channel on your resume.
Not a chance, you idiot.
What? You mean you'd rather post anchors on VIP?
Ugh. I hate myself for understanding his words.
Well, whatever. If it would help you focus on the time leap machine, I'll keep your secret for now. Besides, it's just a matter of time before you make another mistake and reveal your true colors.
You don't have to worry about me. Remember that I represented my entire laboratory when we presented a research, even though they were men twice my age on the project? I'm an expert at dealing with people. I'll have no trouble keeping it a secret.
Wait, what? No, Poe.
Ah! No.
Just as I thought. That channel is in her blood and bones. She doesn't have a prayer. You've got mail. It's from Mayuri.
Fubuki-chan and Katie-chan praised me for the cosplay I made them this time. I'm really happy.
Should I reply? What should we reply to?
Her friends or cosplay?
Which one do you think?
I would go friends.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh? Never mentioned them before. There, that should do it. Another message. It's from Fettis.
Is Meishi okay? Tell her to have fun at Kamama for me. I don't think I can go this year, Nyan. I just don't have the energy, Nya. I hate you, Ferris. I'm completely burned out. I can hear a voice shouting, "Get up, Joe." Nyan. Someone save me. The world is collapsing. Nya.
Save, maybe?
Who's Joe?
What happened? Is the organization attacking? There, that should do it. Oh, oops. She's been working on a costume ever since she got back from delivering a different costume to her friend Fubuki-chan. Come to think of it, she usually heads home around 7 or 8, but today she's still hard at work. Mayuri, go home before it gets too late. Your parents will worry.
It's okay. I'm gonna stay the night.
Really? I've never done that before.
Yep. I already told Mom and Dad.
Are you staying to work on your costume?
It won't be done in time for Kamima if I don't. Hehe.
I'm surprised your parents let you stay. I've met her parents a number of times. They're as ditzy as Mayuri. But still, I don't think they'd appreciate their underage daughter staying overnight in this dirty lab. Must be my overwhelming charisma. No, wait, that makes me sound like a good person, so that can't be it. Of course. Mayuri's parents are so afraid of my insanity that they sent me their only daughter as a hostage. Please don't say that anymore.
Reported.
That girl. She's been tinkering with a phone wave, name subject to change, but I guess she was listening.
What would you do if I called the cops on you?
I unleashed my right arm on traitors, Christina.
Yeah, Chinib, you, whatever.
Oh?
I told Mom and Dad that Christian would be here. Then they said okay.
Wait, so I have to stay too?
Yep. Don't you have to work on the phone wave?
I guess, but I don't relish the thought of spending the night here. At least not with a certain somebody around.
Environment matters, Christina. This is a place of science and research, so you should have no trouble concentrating on your work. Trust the great Ho'oin Kyoma. Also, it may have surprised you to learn that I have equipped this lab with a system that stimulates brain function. So if you were wondering where my incredible genius comes from, now you know. It's because I sleep in this room every night.
This stimulation of yours, I assume it's been dumping toxic waste in your brain?
You sound like an environmentalist, zombie.
Ah, Meishi knows. You're talking about that, right?
This air freshener?
Okurin said the smell makes you smarter. He bought it at Akabo. When was that?
About 6 months ago. It was on sale for 500 yen.
Isn't that $50?
5.
I'm starting to think even you don't believe the stuff you say. And besides, the air freshener is empty.
Yeah, when I went to buy replacement packs, they'd already stopped selling them.
Well, whatever. I was planning to stay either way. I'll join you, Mary-san.
Really? That's great.
On one condition. Okabe leaves.
Me? Leave? I practically live here. This lab was promised to me by Stein's Gate. It's the dwelling place of my soul.
We girls are staying here overnight, so you filthy boys need to show respect. Your home is even far from here, right?
Okurin lives close to Miyushi in Ikebukuro.
Why, that's less than 30 minutes by train. Anyway, I'm not going to need your help tonight, so just go home like a good boy, okay?
Yes, Mummy. I mean... Daga, Sotowaru!
Nani?
But I refuse.
What? Are you planning to molest us?
The hell? Shut up, Mongolian spot!
That is the facial expression. I don't have a Mongolian spot. And when did you see my butt anyway?
I can't leave 2 young girls here alone. Minors need guardians.
But Ukern's a minor too.
Oh yeah, they're all under the age of 20, so according to Japanese law, they're all considered minors. I'll be 20 in less than a year and a half. In other words, Steins Gate has decided that I am an adult.
I'm pretty sure that makes you a minor just like us.
Chris-chan, I don't think Ukern would do anything bad. I mean, we've been together for more than 10 years and he hasn't molested me once.
But he took you hostage, didn't he?
Yep. Actually, I'm still his hostage.
God, this sounds so wrong.
We should kick him out of the room.
You disappoint me, Christina. This lab is a place of science. We are above such petty concerns as sex. If you must speak of these vulgarities, then I have to ask you and your Mongolian spot to leave. Looks like that was enough to convince Karisu. She gives me a fine, fine gesture as she returns to the development room. Oh, so Christina really does have a birthmark on her butt.
No.
After an hour or so of focused work, I went out for groceries. It's from Mayuri.
I told you before, remember? We met at an event and now we're cosplay buddies. Keita-chan is a university student studying the Sengoku period. She has a super nice figure. Fubuki-chan is the same age as Mayushi and is kinda boyish, but she was really sexy last year in a Sierra cosplay.
While walking, I skim that channel on my phone. Tita hasn't shown up lately. How long has it been since his last appearance? I think about a week or so. I've been reluctant to contact him ever since he called me the Messiah in his last email. That was about the same time he stopped posting. I wonder where Tito went. I need to contact him somehow. Just then a mail arrives. No sender name. The address is one I've seen once before. I've got a bad feeling about this. I pause and take a look round. Then I swallow my fear and open the email. It feels as if a cold hand stroked my spine.
Oh, that's creepy.
This is bad. This is a threat. Is it from CERN? Does CERN know what we've been doing? Should I report it to the police? Wait. I can't. I just deleted it. And in any case, a picture alone probably isn't enough to get the police involved. Still, maybe I should talk to someone. But who? Not the girls. I can't worry them with this. I'm the adult here, after all. What about Moeka? No. She may be a labman, but she's been acting weird lately. Even if I tell her about this, she won't be any use. Suzuha has a father to worry about. I guess that leaves Deru. I need to find out whether CERN has discovered our hacking. What would CERN do if they find out, I wonder? They wouldn't have us killed, would they? I'm gasping for air by the time I reach the lab. But when I tried to open the door, I found it inexplicably locked. I unlock it with a hidden key, step inside and try to catch my breath. That's when I realize something's wrong. Mayuri and Karisu aren't here. Did they go home? No, the bags are still here. Don't tell me. Were they kidnapped? Who took them? The organization? CERN? And then I heard a noise. It's at the shower. A bathroom's beyond the changing room. Now I hear the sound of water running. I start imagining what horrors await me.
Why would you investigate? The girls are missing and the shower is on. I kind of figure out where they are.
Fresh blood mixing into the water and flowing down the drain. The corpses of two girls sprawled out naked on the tile. Is everyone okay?
What are you doing?
No peeking, Okrin.
Phew, they're still alive. Don't scare me like that. What are you guys doing packed into that tiny shower anyway? Obviously they're bathing.
Get out, you perv.
Whoa!
Meishi said, I feel kinda dirty.
You're gonna regret this. I'll never forgive you.
Damn it. Just a small misunderstanding. And why the hell did they decide to take a shower together when they knew I was coming right back? It's like they wanted to be seen. Pretty sure
The
that's
door was
no.
locked.
Yeah. Anyway, how much longer are they going to shower? Looking at the clock, it's already been more than 15 minutes since I got back. They were yelling at me a few minutes ago, but now I hear laughter and happy squeals coming from the shower room. Sounds like they're having a good time. They get along almost like sisters.
Wow, Christian, you're so slim.
I'm not reading that.
Nope. Checking each other out, aren't they? I'm not laughing at that. In my head, I call up the memory of what I saw in the shower. Oh, for God's sakes. It's me. We have a problem. I'm under attack from the Mongolian Spot and Ditzy sisters. They're going directly after my sanity. A bold move against the insane mad scientist Ho in Kyoma. This is the strongest offensive I've ever encountered so far. I realize now that vulnerability itself can be a powerful weapon. They're pulling out all the stops, and I don't think my pants can take it. Dear God. give in to the temptation? Nonsense. I could never do that. They're fellow lab members, my loyal assistant and my childhood friend. Must I? Is it truly the will of Stein's Gate that I give in? That I raise my hand against my closest companions? If so, then how cruel the fates be. El Sai Kongru. I need some air. Two days have passed. Karisu and Mayuri haven't left the lab once. During that time, Deru and I have done our best to support Karisu's work on the phone wave, name subject to change. According to Deru, it should be easy to use the LHC to generate black holes for our use. The black holes form at the proton collision point, where the lifter is installed, and exist for only a few seconds before evaporating. The gravity of the black hole compresses matter to infinite density. CERN uses the lifter at max capacity to keep the compression under control, but we're going to dial it down a bit. This way, many black holes' infinite compression won't get too out of hand. Our plan is to send our memory data while they're active, compressing it into 36 bytes plus alpha. Deru's been coding the necessary program. As for me, I've been searching for our lifter, the unknown device that pumps electrons into the phone wave, name subject to change, and keeps our black hole open. Karisu couldn't find anything that could serve as a lifter inside the microwave, so it must be something on the outside.
What if it's the TVs downstairs?
That's possible. Yeah, like the picture tubes or something? We're not sure what that could be, and so far we have no idea where to start looking. Yesterday, I consulted Deru about her threatening email. But Deru insisted there's no way CERN could have discovered this hacking yet. Of course, I had to make doubly sure we hadn't been tracked. This test came back clean. But somehow knowing that does not ease my anxiety. It's from Lukaku. Should I reply?
Have you gone to any festivals or fireworks shows this summer? Maybe you have plans to go with Mayuri-chan later? P.S. I did 22 practice swings with Samadare.
Fireworks shows, maybe? No, too crowded. I'm being chased by the organization. Remember? The last thing I need is a knife in the back. There, that should do it. By the afternoon, Karisu's time leap machine was nearing completion. However, the lifter issue remained.
For the final adjustments, we need to use the phone wave.
In other words, we have to cause the electrical discharge phenomenon. There's a risk involved. A risk called Mr. Braun. As we know, the discharge phenomenon causes the entire building to shake. Last time, Mr. Braun threatened to raise our rent if it happened again. It's up to you, Okarin.
Take care of it.
In other words, he is sending me to die.
Your sacrifice will allow us to complete the time leap machine.
Besides, you're always the one who talks to the boss for us. Well, maybe it's time for you to put your lives on the line.
I can't. That girl who works there hates me.
I always wondered why that is. Fine, but hear this. I will not die. Like the immortal phoenix, I shall return, no matter how many times it takes.
Don't die, okay?
Yes, dear. As I pass through the lounge, Mayuri looks up from her costume to see me off. A new message. It's from Ferris.
My life has no meaning. It's all gone now. No one will look at me. Not anymore. What can I do? Even if I shout, no one can hear. My voice can't reach the one most important to me. I walk alone through dusty gray streets, forever pounded by lukewarm rain. Such is the fate of the defeated. Still, Virus is here. Someone find me.
Guess you shouldn't have changed time and should have kept the maid cafe open or something. I don't know. What chuny nonsense. If you want attention, come to the lab. Mayuri and I are here for you.
Hello, Glaceon.
There, that should do it.
Sup, Okabe Rinzara?
I raise my hand in response to Suzuha's greeting. Come to think of it, when I thought that we needed something to take the place of the lifter, I never considered the possibility that that something could be inside this workshop. I surmised that it would be external to the microwave, but I still assumed it would be in the lab somewhere. However, if you think vertically, the lab's development room and the Brawn Tube workshop are right next to each other. In which case, could our something be a CRT?
Hey, did Sheena Mayuri stay over yesterday?
Yeah.
So, Makase Kurisu stayed too?
Yeah, they're both upstairs.
Oh.
And how are you doing?
Huh?
Are you feeling better?
Oh. Yeah, I guess. The search continues. Okabe Rintaro, we're the same age, but sometimes you seem a lot older. You really know how to give people strength.
That's the first time anyone's said that to me. Makes me kind of happy. Huh, of course. I'm the great Koin Kyoma.
Come here a sec. I just want to say, be circumspect in your dealings with Makase Kurisu.
What? Circumspect? Why can't you just say careful like a normal person? Not that I'm one to talk. Ah, this again. Aren't you just being paranoid?
How the hell do you pronounce that word?
Perniciousness.
No, her perniciousness has been proven.
Perniciousness? Is she saying Kurisu's dangerous? There's something strange about the way Suzuha's talking. It's not just that perniciousness is an unusual word. There's something else. Something...
Her genius is a threat. At heart, she only cares about her experiments.
Suzuha's eyes are hard and her voice is cold as ice. I can tell she means every word she says.
Listen to me. She's using you all. Makase Kurisu is connected to CERN.
What? No. That's impossible. CERN is our enemy. If Dedo's hacking is discovered, I have no doubt they'll do everything in their power to destroy us. How can Kurisu be connected to CERN? You're saying she's a spy? Suzuha nods firmly.
The credit for inventing the time machine was hers.
Again, Suzuha's words sound strange to my ears. But I can't quite put my finger on why.
Don't let your guard down.
I don't believe it. I saw Kurisu's anger when she learned what CERN had been doing. She called their actions a betrayal of scientists everywhere. How can someone with such a pure love of science be connected to CERN? Kurisu can't be a spy. Perhaps this is some sort of womanly squabble. If so, then it's none of my business. Now then, part-time warrior, I have a request of you. I need you to distract Mr. Braun for about 5 seconds.
You mean seduce him?
She flexes her bicep for some reason.
Go on, touch it.
She's probably stronger than me. But I don't understand what flexing has to do with seduction. Nobody said anything about seduction. It doesn't matter how you do it.
I'm not much of a warrior if I can't handle that. Besides, you said you'd help me search for my father, right? I'm only returning the favor.
I see. Then I leave it in your capable hands.
Okie dokie.
After giving my instructions to Suzuha, I walk into the Brawn Tube workshop. As I prepared to give her the signal...
Boss, get ready.
With a vigorous shout, which in no way seems appropriate for seduction, Suzuha whips off her jacket and...
Yeah!
What?
Okabe Rintaro, now's your chance.
Well done, warrior. Your heroism will be remembered.
Way to get yourself fired and reveal what is going on in the first place.
Okay, I need to call Kurisu. She should be ready to start my experiment as soon as she picks up. The hell? Who was saying that?
That's Mr. Braun with the coat still stuck over his head.
Oh. Okabe! How many times do I have to tell you not to shake the building? Cute girls will know I ain't letting you off. Your rent's going up. Wait a minute.
I only hit spacebar once, I don't know why it skipped it.
Wait, Mr. Braun, this isn't our doing. It's an earthquake. My magic eye, reading Steiner, predicted this would happen. An earthquake? You'd think I'd fall for that. Braun-tube-chan, no! Crap. Can't talk my way out of this one. Okabe, you bastard! At that moment, the tremor causes a screwdriver to fall in onto the remote control switch. The image that displayed on the CRT TV clicks off.
Is it over?
Looks like it. Wait. It's over?
What's wrong?
I've done it. I've done it. This is the lifter. It's so obvious. Why didn't I see it before? Of course, this must be the work of Stein's Gate. It chose this moment for a reason.
Oh no.
What the hell are you laughing about, Okabe? You're scaring my daughter. I'm raising your rent, you hear? And you're paying for that CRT. A little silence, please, Mr. Braun. This is a most glorious moment, but I have just been chosen as the ruler of all space and time.
Oh no.
Stars explode behind my eyes as Mr. Braun drives his fist into the top of my head. The world spins. I struggle to get a hold of my shaken brain. My sight fills with countless stars. You dare lay hands on the crate? Got something to say?
How could you miss something so obvious?
This was her first reaction when I told her that the 42-inch CRT TV downstairs may be acting as the lifter. Why are you blaming me?
I'm not blaming you. I'm just disappointed that nobody, including myself, noticed.
Oh, a funny way of expressing it.
We missed the forest for the trees.
To summarize, just now when the phone wave, named subject to change, shook the building, the 42-inch CRT was on. But when it switched off, the shaking stopped immediately. The discharge was interrupted. Ugh.
I put a banana in just to be sure. Nothing happened. Something things said without context.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad. We shouldn't waste food.
Nobody replies to Mayuri's off-point statement. We're busy reading about cathode ray tubes on the internet. It doesn't take long before we find something interesting. A cathode ray tube has a component called an electron gun, which uses extreme heat and a strong electric field to accelerate electrons and turn them into a beam. The electron beam striking the television screen's phosphor layer is what generates the picture. An electron gun could certainly work as a lifter.
We found the answer. The electrons emitted by the 42-inch CRT are holding the phone wave's black hole open. And a discharge phenomenon is the result.
So the reason we can't use the phone wave at night is because the Brawn Tube Workshop's closed. The Brawn Tube Workshop doesn't have especially strict business hours, but it's usually open from around 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. That matches up perfectly with my observation that the phone wave, named subject to change, only works between noon and 7 p.m. The few instances it hasn't worked during that time frame can be explained by the telly being off. But how can a cathode ray tube emit such a strong electron stream?
It's not about having a strong electron stream. If stronger were better, CERN would have solved the lifter problem long ago.
I see. So it can't be too strong or too weak.
Somehow the conditions here were perfect to create a time machine. Frankly, it's a miracle.
No, Christina, not a miracle.
It is the will of Stein's Gate.
This is the choice of Steins Gate.
Whatever it is, it worked.
So, what do we have to do to complete Super Fun Wave, Chen?
Now that we've found the cause, there's nothing left to hold us back. We can safely conclude that time leaping is possible when and only when that television is on. Anyway, now we've found the lifter, the time machine is 99% complete. It's your dream, isn't it? To invent a time machine?
A dream. I've never really thought about it that way. I will become the undisputed Lord of Time. With that power, I shall shatter the system, and chaos will rule the...
Okabe. I wasn't asking Ho-Wing Kyoma, I was asking Okabe.
With a nod, I direct Kurisu to complete the machine. It's from Lukaku.
I see. It's true festivals are very crowded. I was hoping I might run into you at one, but I guess the chances of that were pretty slim to begin with. It's not like I go to every festival. Please don't misunderstand. P.S. I only did 5 practice swings with Samadare.
Okay, can you come here? Can you hold this for me? Spread it out like flap.
I follow Mayuri's directions and spread the costume out by the sleeves. It's hard to believe, given her usual ditziness, but Mayuri is very serious about her art. That's why cosplayers value her costume so highly.
Okay, thanks. Finished.
It's done?
Yep. I finished before Chris-chan. We were racing.
You win, Mary. Congratulations.
Damn you, assistant. She treats me and Daru like garbage, but Mayuri gets a sisterly touch.
Actually, I'm just about finished too. Done.
It's a tie.
Oh, I'm so tired. I need some TLC from Ferris-chan. This is about the response I'd expected. Honestly, I don't feel like chitting either. And it's not because I'm tired. This is a time machine. A device that can transcend space and time to send someone, but at least their consciousness, to the past. Part of me never truly believed we would complete it. Thoughts of stunned disbelief crawl through the back of my mind. So what do we do with it? I look at Karisu.
We may have created a monster here.
I look at the improved phone wave named subject to change again. The biggest change is the headgear attached to the X68000. You just put it on and let the sensors do the rest. It looks a little cheap, but I'll let this one slide. Assistant, explain for us all how the time leap machine works. I know the basics, but I want to hear details.
In short, this device converts memories to data and sends them to the past. Let's begin with what we all know. By freak coincidence, the Funwave was able to produce ring singularities, much like John Tier's time machine. Through the ring singularity, we're able to send up to 36 bytes of data to the past. The signal can only be received by phones. While that does limit the range of effect, it also removes an element of uncertainty from the equation. Unlike D-mails, memory data is sent in the form of a phone call, so we'll be using a phone number, not an email address to set the destination. The ring singularity is made naked and stable by a device known as a lifter. In our case, that's the 42-inch CRT downstairs.
She's explained the basics. Would you give me a moment? I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. Good time to restart my music, because it has been paused for the longest time. Thank you, YouTube, for failing me once more. Hi, Fluff dear. How are you? I'm sleepy. What did you do to your brain? How did you break it? Aw, adorable.
All right,
Very adorable.
back at it. Okay, picking up where we left off. Next, should explain the modifications she made to turn the phone wave, named subject to change, into the now officially named Time Leap Machine.
The phone wave now has headgear attached. This headgear records the nerve impulses in the temporal lobe of the brain, specifically the CA3 region of the hippocampus, where memories are stored. Then, using VR technology, we encode the nerve impulses into electrical signal data. It comes out to approximately 3.24 terabytes.
Jesus. 3.24 terabytes. It's less than I expected. We're talking about the entirety of a person's memories.
By the way, we'll set it up so that the data decodes automatically after a certain amount of time. Anybody well-versed in programming can do this. I had Hashid to make the code. Anyway, next we send the memory data through the net to the LHC in France.
This building has a direct line to CERN for some reason. So no matter how much data we send, it should be transferred fairly quickly. How long does it take to send 3.24 terabytes of data? Oh, well, the 64 direct lines in parallel, so if we send it in 64 parts, should upload in about 45 seconds. That's pretty fast.
Next, we hijack the LHC, create a mini black hole, and use that black hole's supergravity to compress the data into 36 bytes.
3 terabytes is about 3 trillion bytes. Compressing that into just 36 bytes. That's one hell of a squeeze. Will the compression take long? Oh, it's practically instantaneous. 23 milliseconds or thereabouts. We're using a black hole after all.
By the way, the compression only holds in the immediate vicinity of the black hole. Once the data leaves that area, it will begin to decompress on its own. This too takes 23 milliseconds.
It has to make it back to the X68000 and into the phone wave within that window. Now, it's only 36 bytes, so it shouldn't be a problem. Continue, Christina.
While the data is being compressed, we use the phone wave to generate a Kerr ring singularity. When the electron discharge phenomenon occurs, we take the 36-byte data, patch it in, and send it to the past. This part is just like a D-mail. The data travels to the specified time, where it arrives at the recipient's phone. By now, 23 milliseconds should have passed, so the data will be fully decompressed. Next, the decoding program runs, converting the data back into nerve impulse signals. These signals are discharged from the phone's earpiece at approximately 0.0 amperes, a pretty weak charge. If the recipient has the phone to his ear, they should go straight into his brain.
Assuming he answers his phone.
If he doesn't, the transfer fails. Fortunately, we lose nothing but that copy of the memory data.
Why a phone call instead of an email?
Because we need the recipient to put the phone to his ear, otherwise the signals won't reach his temporal lobe. In this area you have the frontal lobe and temporal lobe of the brain. As I explained before, the hippocampus, where memories are stored, is inside the temporal lobe. The phone sends out electrical impulses that pass through the temporal lobe and into the hippocampus, overriding recipient's memories. At the same time, the phone sends impulses that stimulate the frontal lobe as well. This is important. Remember that the frontal lobe was responsible for sending retrieval signals to the temporal lobe. This is how you remember things. By stimulating the frontal lobe, we force it to send retrieval signals key to the new memory data. Thus, the recipient recalls all of his memories as if they were his own. Which, of course, they are, or will be in the future. This happens in less than a second. Now the recipient has the same memories as the sender. The time leap is complete. If the data came from 1 week in the future, the recipient will remember that week as if he experienced it firsthand. We need to be aware that consciousness and personality aren't transferred. Both of those depend on the recipient.
Explain it with boobs.
God fucking damn it. Boobs? Let's say we send your memories to you in grade school. Right now, you're some kind of omnisexual pervert who thinks inanimate objects are hot, but in elementary school, you're still an innocent child.
I was a boring little bastard who did nothing but study. What of it? Basically, that little bastard would suddenly have all your perverted memories, but his personality wouldn't change. It's not like you'll become that famous anime detective with the looks of a child and brains of an adult. They're referring to Edogawa Conan, otherwise known as Detective Conan. What? Ah, sucks. This isn't like time leaping you see in sci-fi novels. We aren't yet capable of transferring personality and consciousness.
Ahem. Since you need a phone to receive the signal, you can only send memories to the times you had one. We also need to make sure that the sender and recipient are the same person. If someone besides your past self, your parents or a friend for instance, answers the phone, then the nerve impulse signals will be projected into their brain instead. If that happens, your memories could overwrite theirs, which could obviously cause serious damage to their psyche.
The lab falls into silence. So, what do we do with it? Do with what? The time leap machine, of course. What do we do with it?
It's too much for us to handle, that's for sure. The safest thing would be to hand it over to the government for professional research.
I can tell she's not pleased to have reached this conclusion. She obviously would prefer to experiment with this technology. But I think that something inside her probably wants to conduct this experiment. I just didn't feel real.
Maybe she doesn't get it.
What about you, Okabe? And I mean you, not Ho and Kyoma.
I agree with Karisu that the time leap machine is dangerous. But I want to experiment. But there are still questions we need to answer. This is unknown territory, not just for us, but for all of humanity. Who will time leap?
It's hard to choose.
I'll pass. Not a single person here wants the honor of being history's first time traveler. Everyone, except for Mayuri, is probably thinking about what could go wrong.
I don't know, she's been upset this entire scene, so I think she is thinking about the consequences herself.
What if the time leap were to fail?
It's not like CERN's time machine. The possibility of becoming a Jellyman is zero. This machine sends data, not the real thing. Don't let your preconceptions influence your decision. You might say it's like a cut and paste of your brain. Actually, it's more like a copy-paste, and it's just your memories. The original doesn't get erased.
That's a very easy to understand example. But that's not the problem. What if there's an error somewhere and the data itself gets fractalized? Let's say I send my memories an hour into the past. My memories would be replaced by fractalized data. In other words, data full of tiny holes. Couldn't that cause memory loss?
I suppose.
1 hour later, we arrive once again at the present. At that time, the me who lost his memories an hour ago and the current me conflict in my brain. Which dataset survives?
Logically, the present should change as soon as you send your memories to the past.
The conflicting cut at me disappears then. So then it's not a copy-paste at all, is it?
I don't know. No one's ever experienced time travel before.
When we send a D-mail, the world is reconstructed based on the change we made into the past. I'm the only one who's aware of this, however.
We don't know what happens when you time leap. If it's the many worlds interpretation like Teeter said, then the instant you time leap, it creates two possibilities. One where you shift to another world line, and one where you travel back in time on the same world line. Of course, there must also be a world line where the current you doesn't disappear. That would likely correspond to the present that we're experiencing right now.
But that's only if the many worlds interpretation holds in the first place. I thought you didn't believe what Teeter had to say.
I'm talking hypothetically. Teeter doesn't matter right now. If it's the Copenhagen interpretation, then every possible state propagates through space as a wave function. When a particular state is observed, the remaining states collapse, and that state is fixed.
A precise observation is impossible. The problem is who the observer is in this case. Wouldn't it be a third party? Like me or Miyoshi? Not necessarily. It might be me, might be someone else. It could even be God. In the end, we arrive at the question of where is the self?
This time leap machine only sends memories, that I guarantee.
Won't the present be reconstructed at the moment of transfer? That's what happens with Orchidon's reading Steiner, right? That makes sense where D-mails are concerned. When we send a D-mail, we're obviously interfering in past events. But time leaping is different. All you do is send your memories to the past, which isn't the same thing as sending a targeted D-mail. Whether the me who suddenly remembers 1 hour into the future will, in fact, change the past is something we can't know until it happens. What do you want about that, Smayuri?
He started out confused, I think it started.
Oh, I'm getting
We'll find
confused.
I was correct.
Yep. It sounds like we're talking about the soul. I'm not a religious Christian.
Wait, you guys are misunderstanding something. 1 hour isn't enough time for your personality to change. You should be the same person 1 hour ago that you are now. The only difference is that you'll have an extra hour's worth of memories.
I don't know. Traumatic events can alter somebody in the course of an hour. How can you be sure?
Well, I can't. Nobody's tried it before.
This discussion is going nowhere. Personality and consciousness cannot be strictly defined, so it's hard to imagine what might happen.
So, which is it?
We don't know. We can only argue the theories all we want, but in the end, we can only guess. This experiment may end up shattering preconceptions scientists and philosophers have held for centuries.
We won't know until we try. That pretty much sums it up. This is our limit as scientists.
Hey. I have an idea. Why don't we make a banana time leap instead?
Oh, Mayuri. Bananas don't have brains like people do.
Poor girl, she's trying. She's trying so hard.
Oh, you need a brain, huh?
My Yuri never changes. The atmosphere in the room gets a little more relaxed. Let's not experiment. We'll entrust the time leap machine to a suitable research institution. Then we'll announce it to the world. No one has touched the time leap machine since that discussion. We're all tempted by the idea of becoming humanity's first time leapers. Yet the fear of what could happen won out in the end. Perhaps as a way to forget our fears and move on, we decide to hold a celebration to mark the completion of the device. Everyone was in agreement. I have Daru order pizza while Karisu and I go shopping for snacks. Akiba's always had a lack of supermarkets. That hasn't changed even with the anime stores gone. After we finish shopping, Karisu and I walk along the evening streets.
I saw neither of their mouths move.
Are you
Is your
upset?
Upset?
About our decision not to attempt a time leap experiment?
No, I'm not upset. Humans are temporal beings. That's a Heidegger quote. I was actually relieved when you made the decision not to use the machine. If you hadn't been there, I might not have been able to stop myself. Thank you.
Excuse me? Is this gratitude? Does she have a fever?
What are you doing?
You're talking like an assistant for the change. I thought you might have a fever.
I'm not grateful to you or anything, okay?
Baka. Her voice is louder than it should be, and several people glance at us.
Anyway, that thank you is just a formality. Don't get me wrong, okay?
Of course. I only did what I had to. I'm the founder of the Future Gadget Lab, Ho'oin Kyoma. My first priority is to protect the welfare of my lab members. So I have no need for your thanks.
And yet you always talk about plunging the world into chaos.
You are my allies, and the world is my enemy.
I'm speechless. You're too self-righteous.
You say speechless, yet you're speaking.
Don't argue semantics.
It's only been 2 weeks since Karisu and I met. And yet it already feels natural for us to be walking together, exchanging banter like this. I admit that her knowledge and skills are impressive. I'd like her to remain at the lab if at all possible, but she said she's going back to America this month. It's already the 13th, so I wonder when she plans to return.
Oh yeah, I forgot to get a plane ticket.
When I asked, she said so.
I got too caught up in improving the phone wave.
Going public with a time leap machine will send the world into an uproar. We also plan to expose CERN, remember? You may not be able to go back to America for some time.
I guess you're right. I should call Mom and let her know.
Looks like things are going to get busy. Naturally, I want Karisu to stay with us to the end. It's from Suzuha.
Don't forget what Teeter said.
A little bit after we return to the lab, my Yeti gets back.
What's up? Doo-doo. I'm back.
Suzuha's here as well. We really wouldn't have been able to do this without her, so I told Mayuri to invite her as a sort of MVP. Daru ordered 3 pizzas. Well, he did, but they've already been eaten. Damn you, Daru, learn some self-control. It's just like the party we had a few days ago to cheer up Suzuha. Daru, why did you order the exact same pizza as before? Because I like it. The Brawn Tube workshop is closed. I confirmed with Suzuha that the 42-inch CRT television was turned off, so there's no need to fear any malfunction from the Time Leap machine. A heavy sigh escapes my throat. I realize I've been tense and nervous since the Time Leap machine was completed. Now I can finally relax.
Ukrin. I called Ferris-chan and Luka-chan, but they said they couldn't come.
Oh, do they have plans?
Ferris-chan has a Rainet tournament.
Crap, I should have gone to cheer. Careless of me.
And Luka-chan seemed embarrassed for some reason.
Can't imagine why.
Maybe she thinks you'll make her wear a costume again.
You still haven't convinced her to cosplay? Then what was the point of completing the costume? Completionist bonus, of course.
She said it was embarrassing. I keep telling her cuteness is justice, but she never listens.
Then it's supposed to be flat as justice.
Cuteness is justice. Is that what they say?
You're cute too, Chris-chan. Hey, Kamima's coming up. Wanna go? I can't make something new, but I have a costume of Post-Awakening Sarah from Bloodtoon I made last year. I think the size is just right for Chris-chan too.
Me? Cosplay? I'm sorta interested.
She sure could have us fooled before, pretending to have no interest in otaku culture.
But I refuse to do it in public, though.
You don't have to show anyone, but eventually you want them to see. The cosplay demon compels you.
The cosplay demon?
That reminds me. Christian, you're always wearing that cute uniform. What school is it from?
Oh, this? I attended IMN for about 2 weeks. I modeled this outfit after their uniform.
Oh, their uniform is really cute, but you made it even cuter. You might have really good design sense. I'll bring the costume tomorrow, okay? Will you try it on then?
Sure.
Looks like Karisu approves of the cuteness is justice philosophy.
Maybe you shouldn't bother. You're asking for trouble by trusting Makase Kurisu. What's that supposed to mean? I've been meaning to ask, did I do something to you? Not to me, but I know everything you have done. What do you mean? I've done nothing to be guilty of. Perhaps, but I know your true nature. Wow, you can see into my heart? That's groundbreaking technology. I'd love to hear how it works. It's not science, it's a prediction. So you're just making it up. I know.
Uh-oh. We've got a situation here.
Okran, stop them from fighting.
This looks like a job for the one and only Ho Inkyoma. Break it up, you two. I, Ho Inkyoma, shall decide this dispute. They both glared at me.
I, Ho, and Kyomo will now hide in this closet.
If it looks good, kill. Although I'm afraid for my life, I harden my resolve. The mission must succeed. Assistant, I didn't raise you this way. Didn't raise her at all. Called it.
You didn't raise me at all.
If you want to become a true mad scientist, you must learn to keep your emotions in check, even as you cackle your way to victory.
Nobody asked you, and I'm already a scientist.
Yeah. Warrior, your enemy is CERN, remember? You must conserve your strength for Ragnarok.
I warned you before, Okabe Rentaro. Makase Kursu was a threat.
What? You're going to mention that here? Now?
Oh, what's this about, Okabe?
It looks like neither of you is willing to back down. So be it. Fight to your heart's content. Fight until there's no more fight to be had. Then, share a manly handshake by the river and let the friendship blossom. That's not the way girls work. But in the future, when it comes time for you to venture out into the real world, I hope you remember one thing. Nobody likes a mood killer.
Shut up.
Jeez. Guys, Mayushi doesn't like it when you fight. Let's all get along, okay?
Mayuri's words managed to calm the two combatants down, but the air still prickled with tension. I made my way to the rooftop for a breather.
Hey, Okran.
Mayuri had followed me up, holding a Sialoom saber for some reason. If she's trying to threaten me, it's not working.
It's been really lively here these past few weeks, huh?
Yeah, I guess it has. I established the future gadget laboratory around the time I entered college. It was the first step in my plan to bring chaos to the world. That was around the middle of March this year, which means it's been almost 5 months. Not half a month after it was established, Mayuri showed up. Still not sure why. And became a lab mem. For about a month, it was just me and Mayuri. Then, in early May, I finally got Deda to join. All it took was telling him that the lab is just a 3-minute walk from May Queen. This location on the outskirts of Akiba has always been quiet. Mayuri isn't the type to object to every little thing like Kurisu, nor the type to make dumb jokes like Deru, so the lab was very peaceful back in those days. It was quite a pleasant place to be. And now the lab mem count has increased to 8. It happened in the blink of an eye, or so it seems. They didn't come today, but Lukaku visits occasionally, and Ferris is a familiar face at May Queen, or at least she was before May Queen disappeared. I remember feeling out of place the first time I came to Akiba, but now it's like a second home.
It's fun. Now that there are 8 lab mems, Meiichi thinks it's getting a little cramped in here. First, we don't have enough chairs. We should buy more. Do you have money, Okran?
New chairs would take all of my savings. And then I'd need to get a part-time job again.
I guess you can use some of my salary. We need a new microwave too, otherwise I can't warm up my juicy chicken #1.
Yeah, sorry about that. Cutting off Mayuri's chicken supply might actually kill her. But Mayuri, when we turn over the time leap machine, the reward money should solve all of our problems.
Will it be enough to pay for chairs and a microwave on top of the higher rent?
It'll be enough. More than enough.
Wow, that's great, Ukrin.
Why are you so happy?
Just look, we've made so many friends. There's Dairu-kun, Chris-chan, Luka-chan, Suzu-san, Moeka-san, Ferris-chan, Bron-san, Nei-chan, and more. In the spring, when you started this lab, you seemed so lonely. But now you're fine. You don't need me to be your hostage anymore.
What do you mean? I try to ask, but before I can finish, the rooftop door burst open and Deru steps out looking white as a sheet. Something must have happened. Oh dear lord, are those two girls trying to kill each other? A bomb threat? The subtitles read, Terrorist bomb threat suspends Yamanote, Sobu, Keihin Tohoku lines. Hang on. Oh.
That was Dario.
Hang on. Those lines all pass through Akiba. How's me is she gonna get home?
Oh yeah, I should call home.
I don't know why, but I've got a bad feeling about this. Only the lines passing through Akihabara are suspended, as if that were the target.
Okabe Rentaro, I need to know. You've completed Time Leap machine, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay. I just remembered. I've got something to do. I'm going out. What's wrong with her?
Suzuha's acting strange. Is it related to the bomb threat? Why did she just ask about the time leap machine? Something occurs to me. The 2 threatening emails I received. Who sent them? And there's more. It all hits me like a flashback. Words and images flash through my head. CERN. The LHC. Jellyman. The Z program. Government secrets. The organization. The Committee of 300.
We may have created a monster here.
Taken separately, each of these elements is insignificant. But if I consider them part of a single line, they all point to one inescapable truth. We've come too far. Fear seizes my heart in an icy grip. I can feel anxiety eating at my brain. Should we run? Get out while we still can? No one is saying anything. Nobody's doing anything. What should we do? It's okay. I'm just being paranoid. It's all a coincidence. Tomorrow we'll get rid of the time leap machine. Then we can forget that all of this happened. Pretend it was just a dream. We never invented a time machine. I don't need money. As long as we can forget about today and welcome tomorrow, we'll be okay. Won't we? I hear sirens wailing a few streets away. The bomb threat has Akiba in an uproar. And yet here, it's quiet. This lab and the surrounding area are so quiet. I turn back round to Mayuri. She's staring at her pocket watch with the look of worry. Next thing I know, the door slams open. 5 men burst into the lab. The next thing I know, I have a gun pointed at me. It all happened so fast, no one has time to scream. Guns in the air! Nobody move! What is this? An candid camera? My mind races for some sort of positive justification. Then I hear a new sound coming from outside. The sound of high heels. Kiryu. Moeka. Lab Mim 005. Moeka. She's their leader. The least imposing woman I've ever met.
Moeka-san?
We're taking the time machine. Makase Kurisu, Okabe Rintaro, Hashida Ataru. The 3 of you will come with us.
I don't understand. What's going on here?
I can't answer that.
This is a joke, right?
You don't need to know. You can't resist. Come with us.
Where? She doesn't intend to answer that either. I'm not going anywhere with you until you answer.
You can't refuse. You have nowhere to run. We have men stationed throughout Akihabara.
It was them. They sent the bomb threat. They stopped the trains.
I don't want to hurt anyone. The 3 of you, come with us.
Why?
Why just the 3 of us? I'm not answering your questions. Come with us. It's your only choice.
Okran?
Whoops.
Okurin, don't you think we should do what she says? But unless she tells me the reason...
Moeka-san, you're Lab Mem too, aren't you?
In answer,
Our mission is to silence you.
silence us.
Your refusal to come will change nothing.
Does that mean she plans to kill us? Who sent you? Who are you people?
We are from CERN.
CERN? M4, watch your tongue. Of course. Who else could it be?
Come with us, now. If you continue to resist, I'll have to resort to extreme measures.
She points the muzzle at...
Sheena Mayuri is not needed.
Stop! Someone, anyone, please stop her. Stop Moeka. For CERN. No, that's not my line.
Probably one of the dudes standing behind her. Oh no. For CERN. For FB.
My blood curdles. No. A sharp, dry crack splits the air. Everything moves in slow motion. The raging flow of time grows gentle. Mayuri's body slowly crumples to the ground. The smell of gunpowder fills my nose. Ah! Mayuri.
No.
She's dead. Mayuri is dead. She isn't even twitching.
You three, come with us, now. No more warnings. Resist and we'll kill you too.
I don't have the lung capacity to do that. Not today. Suddenly, Suzuha storms into the room, knocking down the invaders one after another without a moment's hesitation. She moves to up a gun. One of them had dropped and...
Enough. Who are you? 42. TV. Turned on. What? Don't move. That's my line.
That's when it hits me. 42. TV. Turned on. She's talking about the 42-inch CRT TV downstairs. I pick up future gadget number 4, Mode Snake, and pull the pin. White smoke instantly fills the room.
Okabe.
I'm going back.
But what if it fails?
I will save Mayuri. I might fail. I might even die. But I have to try.
Are you sure? You're sure you want to time leap, really?
Do it, Kurisu! Activate the machine! I see blue-white light shining through the smoke. Wait for me, Mayuri. I'll cross through time to save you. So please... wait for me. my memories will leap to the past. I'm not shouting that.
That seems like a good place to end.
Yeah, my voice is already getting exhausted as it is. Okay. Well, that certainly started to pick up and left an interesting note.
What a thing to cliffhanger on.
I know, right? Let's see here. Okay. Are you planning on continuing on streaming for a bit?
Nah, I'm gonna end
Okay.
here.
Alright then, we should both find someone to raid.
We can raid the same person.
Yes. Let's... Got a couple of people here that we could raid into. Let's see, we got this one. And then we've also got this one too. Let's see, which would you rather do? Raid into someone playing Elden Ring or someone playing Lethal Company?
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring? Alright. Then let me give you the screen name here and we can raid them together. Alright, there we are. And let's get that set up on my end, on the Twitch side. Alright, everyone, we're going to go raid Honey Bunny Lamb. Someone who, much like myself, was subject of an auction recently for charity. There's a copy pasta. They're playing Elden Ring with Blarg Wolf and Shade Wolf. 2 wolves. 2 wolves and a lamb. What could possibly go wrong?
There are 2 wolves inside you. You were banned from the zoo.
Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us here across all channels: Kick, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube. VOD will be posted on Rumble shortly. But yeah, and schedule dropping later tonight. Any final parting words? Anything you want to plug, Zoe?
Nothing to plug.
Okay. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. And I will maybe see all of you tomorrow. But she's Zoe the Demon Fox. I'm Lord Rexworth. We wish you all the best, and God bless.
Bye-bye.